Welcome back. In today's video, we will be talking about the top 5 cybersecurity labs for beginners. When you're just starting out, it's super easy to get lost in all the options out there. It can feel really overwhelming. But don't you worry, we're going to cut right through the noise and show you exactly where you should begin.
So, let me just ask you this. How do you really learn cybersecurity? What's the first thing you think of? Giant textbooks? Endless online courses? How do you actually get good at this stuff?
Well, here's a little secret for you. It's not just by reading books. You can't stop a hacker with a textbook, right? You've got to get your hands dirty. And that, my friends, is why these labs are an absolute game changer. They're your ticket to building real skills. So, you ready? Let's dive in.
All right, first up on our list, we've got a platform that people online have nicknamed the hand-holding hero. And for good reason. If you are a total, absolute beginner, this is, without a doubt, the perfect place to start your adventure.
So think of TryHackMe as your friendly guide. It doesn't just, throw you into the deep end with some crazy complicated problem. Nope. Instead, it walks you through every single challenge step by step. It's kind of like having an instructor sitting right there next to you, making sure you get it. It's totally designed not to be intimidating. And hey, don't just take my word for it. Listen to this. As one Reddit user put it, TryHackMe is just a fantastic place to start because it gives you that guidance you need, helping you build your confidence from the ground up.
Okay, so what's the trade-off? Well, on the one hand, people absolutely love that it teaches you the why behind everything you're doing. But on the flip side, that same hand-holding can start to feel a little too simple once you start getting the hang of things.
So what happens when you're finally ready to take the training wheels off? Well, that's when it's time to meet the challenge master, HackTheBox. HackTheBox is all about one thing, realism. This is where things get serious. It gives you access to virtual machines that are set up to look and feel just like real company networks. Your mission? Find the weaknesses and capture the flag. It's less of a lesson and way more of a real-world puzzle you have to solve. And get this, it's not just for hobbyists. Companies actually use this platform to train their professional security teams. Why? Because the challenges are so engaging and realistic. It basically turns learning into a super addictive game. Now here's the crucial thing you need to know. While HackTheBox is pretty much the gold standard for realistic practice, it can be really tough for newcomers. So many beginners say that they just get completely lost. This platform kind of expects you to already have some of the basics down before you jump in.
But wait a minute. What if you need to build that foundation before tackling those huge challenges? Well, that brings us right to our third platform, the free foundation builder, Cybrary.
Okay, so Cybrary is kind of like a free online university for cybersecurity. It does a perfect job of bridging that gap between just watching a video and actually doing the work. You get to learn all the theory, and then bam, you immediately get to try it out in an interactive lab. And this user's comment just nails it. If you're the kind of person who learns best by doing stuff, not just by reading or watching, then Cybrary's whole setup is basically designed just for you. It really helps make those tricky concepts stick. So what's the catch? Because there's always a catch, right? Well, people love that you can start for free, which is awesome. The main thing to know is that the free content is a little limited, and some folks find the website isn't quite as polished as its competitors. To really unlock everything, you're going to need a subscription. All right, so far we've talked a lot about hacking into things, the offensive side. But what about defending them? That brings us to number 4. Let's defend, the blue team specialist. So the blue team, they're the defenders. They're the good guys. Let's Defend literally puts you in the shoes of a security analyst in a security operations center, or a SOC. You get to investigate simulated cyber attacks, look through logs, and figure out how to respond to incidents, which is exactly what you'd be doing in a real entry-level cyber job. You know what makes this platform so powerful? It's how current it is. They're adding new, real-world attack scenarios every single week. That means your skills stay sharp and totally relevant to what's happening in the cybersecurity world right now. So the main takeaway here is its focus. This platform is incredibly relevant if you want a career in defensive security. But, and this is important, if you're more interested in the hacking side of things, the red team, this just isn't the platform for you. And yeah, like some of the others, it does have a subscription cost. And finally, for all you self-starters and tinkers out there, we've got our number 5, VulnHub, also known as the DIY download. Okay, so VulnHub is a little different from everything else we've talked about. It's not an online platform. Instead, it's this huge library of free, intentionally broken computers that you download and run on your own machine. This teaches you a supercritical skill, how to build your very own practice lab from scratch.
The real beauty of VulnHub is that it's a completely free and totally safe space to practice your skills. Once you get it set up, you have total control over your own little learning world, and you don't even need an internet connection.
But here's the challenge, and it's a big one. That setup can be a real beast for absolute beginners. There are no instructions, no hints, you are completely on your own. Oh, and it also requires a pretty decent computer to run everything smoothly.
Okay, I know that was a lot of information. So how in the world do you choose? Well, this cheat sheet breaks it all down for you. Your path really depends on your goal. If you're just starting, TryHackMe is your best first step, for sure. When you're ready to prove your skills, move on over to HackTheBox. And if you want to be a defender and get a job, focus on Let's Defend. It's all about picking the right tool for where you are right now in your journey.
So, what do you do right now? Where do you go from here? Here's your quick action plan. It's super simple. 1. Pick just one of these platforms and promise yourself you'll stick with it for a month. 2. Start with the free trials. They're there for a reason. 3. Write down what you learn. And 4. Join the community and don't be afraid to ask for help. At the end of the day, the most important thing you can do is to simply start. Just start practicing. These labs are your gateway to the real, hands-on skills that employers are desperate for. That's a wrap for today's breakdown. Thanks for watching CyberSec Insights. Make sure to subscribe, stay sharp, and keep your defenses strong. Until next time, stay secure out there.